ba yun ang sinabi ni Senator Lacson a few months ago? Di ba yun ang sinabi ni Senator Lacson, takpo tayong lahat and then titignan natin kung sino mas competitive sa atin, then dun tayo tataya. Well, we are already here, Senator Lacson. I think we're already in that phase and I think certain decisions have to be made. So let's say, for instance, again, this is completely hypothetical, if Senator Pacquiao withdraws, will he also openly come out and endorse another candidate? Let's say Lenny.
Yeah, but to that point, Professor, I wanted to ask because on the one hand, it is also personality driven.
Yes.
But does that necessarily mean that whether it's premature or whether it's fair or unfair, but if we start building scenarios about magpo-pull out tong kandidatong to, magpo-pull out tong kandidatong to, do they have endorsement power? Any of these candidates?
I don't have data on that, but I think if you were, for instance, Lenny, you would hope that kung mag-withdraw yung ibang candidates, they will openly come out and support you because there's a possibility some of these candidates mag-withdraw, but their numbers will go to the other side, not necessarily the opposition. For instance, my hunch, I don't have a data to back this up, but my hunch is, for instance, I think if Senator Lacson withdraws, my sense is he has more overlap perhaps with Bongo Marcos than with Isko. I feel that even more, but not necessarily with Pacquiao. My sense is with Pacquiao, perhaps Lenny could pick up more numbers than BBM. So it's not a straightforward issue na pag mag-withdraw yung iba, lahat pupunta kay Lenny or Bongo Marcos. And the other issue is, hindi ka lang pwede mag-withdraw. Dapat you go out and you endorse the other candidates. Act as a surrogate. So magiging dalawa yung difficulties dyan, withdrawing itself and then coming out and endorsing a rival candidate. So that could also hurt you politically long term. Kaya nga, maintindihan ko kung hindi mag-withdraw yung ibang candidates. And at the same time, sinasabi ko dun sa iba, huwag kayo masyadong excited. Baka mag-withdraw yan, yung numbers na pumunta pa sa kabila, hindi sa side nyo. Because yun nga, as I said, the fluidity cuts in multiple ways. It's not necessarily in favor of one camp or the other. But now, because Bongo Marcos is the front runner, fluidity is something he doesn't want. He wants certainty, right? And kaya nga, I think that's where we see his hesitance to engage in some of the platforms where he feels that he could be subjected to more uncertainty.
You think there's still a chance na magko-consolidate some of the presidential aspirants will drop out and support a common candidate? Kasi ito yung suggestion niya, nagkamali ako last week, si Rizalito David pala nagsabi nun. Sabi niya, di ba? It makes sense, kaya lang will it happen?
It makes sense, and there's no reason it should not happen unless you're being motivated to break the votes instead of really standing up for the key issues which are very important. Would we like the leading candidate to win? And the only way to counter him, because they found unity between the Marcoses and the Duterte. So if you're the other side, you have to find unity. And at this time, I remember statement in one of the discussions, September last year, whereby when you look at the numbers of April, whoever is leading should be the one to whom everybody should consolidate. And I think that's the message also of Mr. David when he raised that among vice presidential candidates.
But will their followers follow the candidate that they will give way to or give way for?
There's a possibility. We have what we call diffusion analysis, whereby where the votes will come from. So at times, maybe half of their votes will go to a specific candidate to whom they unify. But what makes it different is that if those candidates start going out and campaigning for the candidate that they choose to lead, that means focus on where they are strong geographically and campaign them.